Good morning, everyone. So, today we are starting with a new chapter, that is chapter number 6, Towns, Traders, and Craftspeople. Okay. So, what we are going to read in this chapter? See, in this chapter, we are going to understand that there are so many towns who developed as very important places. Whatever towns we see in today's time, they have very importance and they have large population. Why? Because they have been developing from the medieval period. Okay. So, what are these towns? And especially, we are going to read about three important towns, that is Hampi, Masolipatnam, and Surat. Okay, Hampi is in Karnataka, Masolipatnam is in Andhra Pradesh, and Surat, which is in Gujarat. So, these were three important towns, and how they developed by the help and aid of rulers. That is what we are going to read in this chapter. Okay, see on the next page, you will find this table in which you will understand that there were certain means there were certain cities which were famous as administrative centers, means where all the administration work was done. These are like Delhi, Agra, Kannauj, Tanjore, Vijayanagara. Okay, like Kannauj, which is in UP, and Vijayanagara, which is in Tanjore, which is in Tamil Nadu. In today's time, Tanjore is called as Thanjavur. Okay, so these are the towns which were famous for administrative purposes. Then we have certain towns which become important as a temple town and pilgrimage centers, like for example Tirupati, Somnath, which is in Rajasthan itself. Then we have Madurai in Tamil Nadu, and Mathura and Nashik, which is in Maharashtra. Okay. Then we have centers of trade and commerce. Centers of trade and commerce mean those areas which become very important for trading purposes, like Banaras, Kanchipuram, Pulikat. Kanchipuram, Pulikat, both is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, and then there were certain towns which were famous for trading, like Surat, Masolipatnam, Patna, Dhaka, and all. Okay, then there were certain towns which developed as port towns because they were near to our coastal areas. So we have two coasts, we have western coastal area and we have eastern coastal area. So on the western side, we have Cambay, which is in Gujarat. We have Sopara in Maharashtra, Bharuch again in Gujarat. So these were on the western coast. Then we have on the eastern coast, we have Tamrapati, Masolipatnam. Okay, so they developed as a port towns, and they used to have trade with many other countries like Africa, West Asia, Europe, and Southeast Asian countries. Then there were certain towns who were newly founded by the rulers, because when the particular cities become overcrowded, okay, when it become overcrowded, then new towns were required, and many rulers founded new towns like Hyderabad, Fatehpur Sikri, Shahjahanabad by Shah Jahan. Okay, so these were new towns. Now, after reading this, we are going to read about all the three important towns, like that is Hampi, Masolipatnam, and Surat. So, the first which we are going to study is Hampi. As I told you, Hampi is in Karnataka, near the bank of the river Tungabhadra, and that is why it has a very important strategic location, and that is why it became a administrative town. Why? Because of its location. On one side it is protected by the river Tungabhadra, and on other side it has many hills. Okay, so that is why it become the capital of Vijayanagara Empire, that is Hampi. Okay, many foreign accounts of the foreigners have written in their books regarding Hampi and how it was developing, like Niccolo di Conti, Abdul Razak, Domingo Pace. They have written in their books regarding Hampi and the development of Hampi. Then the architecture is very beautiful. You will see certain kind of arches and domes and pillared halls. Okay, so these are the features which you will find in the temples here in the Hampi city. Then many temples were also developing. The most important two temples which developed in Hampi was Vitthal Swami temple for Lord Vishnu and Virupaksha temples. Okay, and they used to have Devdasis. Devdasis used to be temple dancers, means those dancers who used to perform dances in the temples in order to praise God. And this is how many dances, many form of dances which you can see today has been emerged, because previously it was done by Devdasis. Okay. And then you will see that these rulers, they also, aided and helped in the irrigation system also, in order to increase the agriculture. Okay. The many irrigation system was, many rulers, actually performed a lot of irrigation channels. You can find about this into the books of Abdul Razak and Domingo Pace, that how it was done. So many huge tanks were developed by the Portuguese masons. Okay. And the Domingo Pace, he also mentioned that how, gardens and rice fields were irrigated, and how the water were channeled to many places where the water was not available. Okay. Many sluices means, the doors, or those places which actually channel water to those places where the water is not available. So that is also done by the rulers in order to provide water. Then center of trade, Vijayanagara being in a very strategic location, it used to have trade with many other countries like Persia, Iran, Arabia, Africa, Malayan archipelago. Malayan archipelago is actually, a group of islands in which you will find um, many small islands like Papua New Guinea, and you will find Somali and all this. Then we have Burma, China, and many other countries from which we had used to have trade. Okay. So this is much, and in the next class we are going to understand about other two states, other two cities, that is Masauli Patnam and Surat. Thank you so much.